The new owner of Twitter, Elon Musk, weighing in on how you should vote in the midterms tomorrow. Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman joins us now with the details. And Rick, we know Elon Musk, he always likes to stir the pot a little bit, and he's certainly not holding back ahead of tomorrow.
Right. He's now giving voting advice because I guess he doesn't have enough to do. So he's now a political consultant. So Musk recently tweeted, to independent-minded voters, shared power curbs the worst excesses of both parties. Therefore, I recommend voting for a Republican Congress, given that the presidency is Democratic. So there you've got your political advice, your voting advice from Elon Musk, if you haven't made up your mind yet. I will say on this one, Shauna, I'm not sure he's very far out of the mainstream at all. There are a lot of independent voters. In fact, they are the ones who basically determine close elections. And I think there are a lot of independent or centrist or moderate voters who feel like they would rather have split government because they don't like the Democratic plan, they don't like the Republican plan. So they kind of want a split government that's just not likely to do anything dramatic. And in fact, that could be the outcome tomorrow. I mean, most analysts watching the election think Republicans are going to take back control of the House. The Senate is a toss-up, and we are going to have divided government again.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the blue for CEOs to weigh in on things like this, but this is strange considering how quiet he was up until maybe about a year ago. What is your take on his involvement and perhaps how much sway Elon Musk might actually have in this?
So Elon Musk has, he clearly has views and sometimes controversial views on political issues, especially ones that relate to businesses such as taxes. He has trolled Bernie Sanders on Twitter when Bernie Sanders is the wealthy have to pay their fair share. In one tweet from last year, Elon Musk responded to a Bernie Sanders tweet by saying, "I keep forgetting that you're alive." But on other things, on social issues, for example, he hasn't had a lot to say. And every now and then he gives hints that he's kind of a libertarian, that he really doesn't align with either party and that he's somewhere in the middle. But look, you will hardly ever hear CEOs voluntarily saying anything about politics at all. They hate talking about it because they know if they piss off one person, it could generate some kind of controversy for their company and the stock is going to fall. So most CEOs try to never say anything at all about politics. Elon Musk spouts off on whatever he wants to. I've been going over, just because he's now generating so much controversy at Twitter, I've been going over a lot of things Elon Musk has said and done that have caused a ruckus over recent years. Just about a month ago, somebody in an interview asked him what he thought Taiwan should do. And he said, I think Taiwan should basically make some concessions to China that would ease hostilities there. And the Taiwanese said, not in a million years. We don't want your advice. He has suggested that Ukraine should make concessions to Russia. And he outraged everybody in Ukraine by doing that. And geopolitical experts basically say, look, Elon Musk, we know you know how to run a space company and a electric car company, but you're out of your lane here. Go back to rockets and cars.
Yeah, certainly. Elon Musk, no shortage of opinion on it seems like everything at this point. Rick, while we have you, the midterms, obviously a huge focus tomorrow, a lot of close races. You said that the Senate is basically a toss-up. We saw 3 past presidents descend on Pennsylvania, just one of the states that is a very important race to watch. But what do we need to know ahead of tomorrow?
First of all, we may not know the final results tomorrow. I think that's very important. We probably will have a pretty good idea. If the House goes back to Republicans, we may not know every single race, but there will probably be enough outcomes tomorrow. We'll be able to know that. Different story in the Senate because there are a couple tight races that could take several days to get the votes counted, such as Pennsylvania and Georgia. There could be a runoff election in Georgia. And the Senate matters a lot because if Republicans control the Senate, even by a single vote, they can make it very hard for President Biden to get political nominees through the process. So it's important which party has even the tiniest majority in the Senate, because it has a lot to do with the people Biden will be able to appoint to top political jobs for the last 2 years of his administration, or at least of this term. So that matters a lot, and we might not know the outcome of the Senate for at least a couple of days after tomorrow.
All right, we will watch this space. Rick Newman, always great to have you back on.
Hi, guys.